Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining me right now. This is a quick live that I wanted to do just to address the news that we heard today that President Trump is proposing to basically issue an executive order to stop immigration to the United States temporarily. The way he referred it is basically in light of the attack from the invisible enemy, he is proposing to block immigration to the United States temporarily. Now, those of you that are joining me live, thank you. Let me know where you're joining us from. Hey Madush, hey Naswat, good to see you guys. So my name is Jacob Sapochnick. I'm an immigration attorney here in San Diego, California, and literally, my phone is blowing up. I have at least 100 messages that I counted. Hey guys, hey Harry, hey Giselle, Sridhar, how you doing guys? So those of you who are joining me live right now. If you are here for the first time, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Click that bell to be notified for videos like this, live videos like this. We are probably the first to announce this craziness. And hey guys, Colombia, we have German and Debbie and Jessica and Labau from Massachusetts. Thank you guys. Beautiful, amazing. So let's talk about Enrique Haro. Good to see you, Enrique. Perfect. A lot of East Coast people here. So it's really important to understand what this means. So right now we don't know if Trump just said that as a reaction to what's happening, because they're reopening beaches, they're reopening parks, they're doing a lot of things. Welcome from Utah, welcome from Maryland. Thank you, Joshua. So basically, just so you understand, the way an executive order works is that Trump can essentially sign it at any time, and the order will be effective immediately. So giving examples of executive orders, if you remember the hi from Iowa, hi from Texas. Welcome guys. This is really important because everybody is freaking out. So let's try to put a few things in perspective. So an executive order, just like he signed the ban, from different countries, it will be effective temporarily and it will be effective immediately. But what does it mean? So first of all, my understanding is that people that are here in the US right now, so if you're going through adjustment of status, if you are filing for your green card based on marriage, if you're extending your tourist visas, those things are not going to be impacted because those people are already in the US. They're not coming here. So that's my understanding so far. What I think is going to be impacted is I think people that are about to immigrate from embassies and consulates worldwide. I think what's going to impact it is people that are applying for tourist visas to come to the US. That could be one thing that could be impacted. Or maybe he's just going to limit it to green cards. He's going to say anybody who wants to immigrate in the next 60 days, we're stopping, and then no green cards and things like that won't be allowed. So that could be one thing that can happen. But what I think is, if this order is actually going to be, will actually come into effect, I think he's just going to basically block the ability for people to get visas and to get green card to the United States probably for a few months. That's what I think. But again, it just doesn't make sense why it happens right now as we are reopening everything. So I'm curious to hear what you think, guys. And if you have any questions on this, and let me know. We have Ceci Young he's asking, she's on ESTA, what should I do? My days are finishing on the 5th of May. So that's a good question. So any of you guys who are here right now, so if you're here on ESTA, if you're here on a tourist visa, you guys can renew, and you should renew. Do it now before this order comes into effect. you should renew it now, because we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if he's going to stop allowing people to renew. I mean, I don't think so. I think it's probably going to be things that are, it's mostly for people that are coming from the outside. And by the way, Madari says, I'm going to apply for an employment-based green card. Shall I apply or should I wait? Again, I think if you guys are ready to apply, I would apply. I wouldn't wait, because now is the time to do it. And also, guys, by the way, those of you that are watching, if you're here for the first time, make sure you subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to be doing videos a few times a week to give you updates and put notifications, and we'll do some tutorials. And also, I started about a week and a half ago, I started a private Facebook group just to answer questions, like just to kind of brainstorm in a safe place. So if you guys want to join the Facebook group, what I'm going to do is I'll put a link at the end of this video. I'll put a link, and let me see here. I'll put a link at the end of this video in the description. So come back to this video as soon as I'm going to be offline, and I'll put a link to the private Facebook group, and I encourage you to join the group so I can keep updating you there, guys. So I can tell you what's going to happen, and what are the changes that I think is going to happen because of this. So let me answer a few more questions here. My husband has been in Mexico 6 months waiting for his appointment. Does this affect him? So again, I think it will affect him, because if immigration will be blocked temporarily, specifically what the tweet said is that if there will be an executive order, it will be a temporary, it will be a temporary type of suspension. So, but I do believe that people that are coming from abroad are going to be impacted. Another question from somebody here is, will it impact people that are currently in the US? I don't think so. I think, the whole point of immigration in the United States is probably people coming from the outside. But you never know. I mean, like I said, I won't be surprised if he may impose some restrictions on people that are already here. So that's why I'm saying that this order, if it will be signed, once again, let's rephrase it. The order is a proposed order. It has not been signed yet. So anybody who plans to file anything, if you're planning to petition anybody, you better do it now before the order is signed. Let's see. Do you know how long it's going to take? My husband in case of MVC. So the MVC interviews are going to be delayed anyway. They're going to be delayed because of COVID-19, because the embassies and consulates are closed right now. So, like I said, we just had a discussion a couple of days ago in our private Facebook group, and we actually had people post their different timelines. We have people that actually post, I'm waiting for 6 months, I'm waiting for 10 months, and members of the group were comparing dates so people can actually see what is normal. And we kind of realized that it's kind of normal that everybody had a delay of about 3 to 4 months. So once again, I'll post the link to the group, and if you want to join to continue the conversation, I'm going to be posting updates every day about this announcement and what's going to happen if the order is going to be signed. So I definitely want you guys to join our group and continue the discussion. And once again, you guys are amazing, supporting our channel, and I'll continue to provide updates for you every single day. Let's answer a few more questions. My I-140 got approved. What should I expect afterwards? This is from Quantum Marvelous. And what about people who applied for a green card within the US? So Ali, I think it's not going to impact people that are already in the US. But again, this is just my assumption. I have not seen the order. The order has not been signed yet. And once the order is going to be signed, I'll do, of course, a full video analyzing what's going to happen. I'll give you updates. And by the way, all the questions that you're posting here on this video, I'll go back and answer them once the video is going to be, once I stop being live, I'll go back and answer the questions, because there's so many questions here, I can't answer all of them. Do you provide private consultations? How do I get in touch with you? Ceci Young, absolutely. So what I'm going to do is, anybody who's watching this live, I'll provide a link for a consultation, specifically at the description of this video, and you'll be able to click the link. It's going to be a specific link for you to book a consultation one-on-one, and I'm happy to help you guys, of course. Another question from Saina, does it affect the V lottery for the ones that are already in the US? So once again, my understanding from reading what I've seen, the announcement, is that it's not going to impact people that are already in the US. But again, this is just my assumption. I petitioned for K1 visa last month. How will this affect the process? Martin Kalia. So Martin, if immigration is going to be blocked into the US, then people that are waiting for interviews at US embassies and consulates abroad are not going to be able to bring their loved ones as long as the temporary ban is in order. So again, the ban is going to be temporary if it will be signed. So anybody who is overseas planning to come to the US is not going to be able to do it, because that's the whole point of the ban, from blocking people from coming in. Will it stop someone on H-1B visa return to the US if currently outside of the country? That's a good question. So what RK is asking, if somebody is already in H-1B visa and they left the US to go visit their families on a trip, will this impact them? Well, again, if somebody already is issued a visa and they're just going back to visit and they're going back here to enter back to US, coming back to their job, I don't think that's going to be the case. I think what the case is that new people that are applying for immigration, new people that don't have the visas yet, new people that don't have green cards, I think those are the people that are going to be impacted by this ban. People that already have their visas and they're just traveling back and forth. This is not a travel ban. This is an immigration ban. The difference between a travel ban and an immigration ban is that in a travel ban, people are not allowed to enter. With an immigration ban, people may not be able to immigrate on the first place. So people are not even going to be allowed to file cases. That is my concern from reading this announcement. Shane is, thanks Shane, appreciate it. And thank you guys. I see a lot of comments here and a lot of amazing support. So thank you. I appreciate you guys. And once again, if you're here for the first time, my name is Jacob Sapochnick. I'm an immigration attorney located in San Diego, California. We try to do videos every single week. We do 2 or 3 videos a week with different updates. And this is just a live video because of the announcement. And I just wanted to, keep you up posted. And again, what I've done, like I mentioned a few minutes ago, we've created a private Facebook group just for situations like that. It started at COVID-19. We discussed different crisis issues. So I'm going to post a link to the Facebook group in the description of this video. As soon as I'm not going to be live, I'm going to literally go back in the description of the video, post a link to the group, and I'm going to post a link to a consultation with me. If you guys need help to navigate these crazy times, I'm here for you. Let me take a few more questions. Does this impact issues of new F1 visas? Nishmat. Well, I think it will. Because, like I said, the whole point of being able to immigrate to the United States and immigration, Trump used a very broad stop immigration temporarily. Immigration is not just, immigration could be green cards, but it could also be the movement of people coming to the United States to study, to work. It's a very general thing. And like I said, nobody knows anything. And the only reason why I'm doing this video is because I got so many messages, literally pouring into my cell phone, my computer emails. Ali is asking, how about TN visa renewal? So once again, it's very difficult to understand. It's very difficult to understand whether and how it's going to happen. Somebody is actually asking a question: can Trump? Madushan is asking, can Trump temporarily ban immigration? If you remember, during the when Trump actually did the actual bans, when the travel bans and all that, when he did the travel bans, he was challenged. He was sued. He was sued by courts, and he was sued in, he was basically, he was challenged. So, I believe that if he will take an executive order like this, and I see a lot of your questions, and I'm going to try to get to as many as I can today, right now. And whatever I cannot answer, I will, go back to those comments and I'll answer them. But if you remember the previous executive orders that Trump did, especially in the beginning of last year, where the first travel ban and all that, he was sued, and I'm sure that as soon as he signs this ban, he will be sued. Trust me, people are not going to let him block immigration. This is unheard of. Let me take a few more questions. Yasir is asking if removal of conditions is going to be affected. I don't think so. Removal of conditions, there are things that are happening inside the U.S. What we're worried about are things there or actions or benefits for people that are coming from outside the U.S. What I think is happening. Lizzie Bowles, how do you think the E2 investor visa will be impacted? Well, that's actually a good question because I have quite a few E2 investors that are currently waiting for their interviews, and I think if this order is going to be signed if the order is going to be signed, then I don't think that embassies will be processing any visas. If the ban is going to be broad, if it's going to be a narrow ban, meaning that if it's going to be just blocking certain immigrant visas like marriage-based green cards or employment-based green cards or asylum-based or refugees, then it will be limited to that, and then work visas are still going to be able to come. So this is just unclear to any of us. But what we know is that I can guarantee you guys that if that order will be signed, the president will be, the government will be sued, and there will be an injunction, which means that this is going to be reversed. But it's scary. I get you guys. Why do you think the visa bulletin for May is not out yet? That's a good question. One of the reasons why it's not out yet is because I think there's a severe backlog, and I don't think they really know the count yet. So I'm looking for it every single day. I'm looking for the visa bulletin every single day. Let me see here. What about F2A cases doing adjustment status in the US? As long as it's current, you can still go ahead and do adjustments. And again, just so you understand, and those of you that are joining right now, please let me know where you're from. Click those likes. I love to see it. And make sure you subscribe to our channel if you're here for the first time. I'm going to be doing a lot of videos in the next couple of weeks, updates. And also join me in my private Facebook group so we can continue the discussion, and I'll continue to update you. So there's a lot of presumptions. It may be just for work visas, for green cards. We have Brown David Charles is asking, what about 601 waivers? So everything is continuing right now, guys. Everything continues right now. So nothing is on hold because the executive order was, hey, Jonathan Weaver, good to see you, my friend. Nothing has stopped yet. What's going to happen is that once and if this order, let me see here, Tess, I'm sorry, Tess, I have so many questions running my screen. Can you repeat your question again, Tess? I'm sorry. I'll try to answer it again. And those of you that I can't answer on the screen right now, I will do, I'll go back to the questions and I'll answer them in writing. But let me see here. And I'll post the link for a bunch of you asking about the consultations. I'll set up a link for the consultation as soon as the live is over, so you guys can book it, and so we can discuss it. Hey, Shavi Kumar, how are you, my friend? And Labu is very sad because it's going to delay her husband's case. I hope it's not going to delay it, but who knows, right? Rishu is asking about H1B transfer. So nothing is impacted right now. This is not an order that has been signed yet. Nothing has been signed yet. We are basically looking at things that may happen in the future. So, and hopefully it's not going to happen, but adjustment of status to U.S. citizen, will it be affected? Again, I don't think that adjustment of status will be affected because this is a process that happens inside the U.S. It's probably going to be more things that are happening, things that are, applications that are coming from outside. People are applying for visas, for green cards, but who knows, right? When he said stop immigration, this is not something you announce lightly. and it could be more broad than I imagine, right? So this is just my personal opinion, and from my experience from previous executive orders that I've seen. But remember, if this order is going to be too broad, limiting or closing or stopping all immigration, including the one inside the US, if that's going to happen, I can guarantee you guys that they'll be sued and there'll be an injunction filed within a few weeks after this order is signed, and so everything will be on hold, because there's no way he can stop adjustment of status, 751s, asylums, J1s, H-1B work visas. It's not going to happen. We're not going to let it happen. You know, attorneys like myself and others in our association are going to group together to sue the government if we have to do it, right? So once again, tons of questions are coming on the screen. I'm going to try to answer as many as I can right now, and the ones that I can't, I will answer in when I go back to the chat. Let me see here afterwards. Let's see. Trying to get as many as I can, and I'm sorry if I missed your question or live. I will answer it afterwards. Let me see here. And those of you, Ceci, can it be to still come to the US? I'm from Canada and always visit my family every weekend. So again, once again, those of you that are joining right now, the order has not been signed. This is not, it's not official. This is a proposal. It's basically, it may not happen. Hello, Harry. How are you, my friend? So, so hopefully it will never happen. You know, it wasn't signed into law yet, and I hope that it would not be signed ever. But if it will, then you know, we'll deal with it, right? So, but I think exactly, nobody knows. All we know is what an executive order is, how it works. You know, he can sign it, and I do believe that it will be challenged if he signs it. And I do believe, and I think that what he meant was immigration coming from overseas. Luzek, Bulik, is Jacob. I appreciate the job, but most importantly, I appreciate your fast response. That's what I do, guys. You know, I don't sleep. I never sleep. But what I really wanted to do, what I really want is all of you guys that are here so late at night. It's 9:30 in the West Coast. It's midnight, past midnight on the East Coast. You guys who are here, I want you to join my private Facebook group, and I'll put a link as soon as I'm off this live. I'll put a link to my private Facebook group. I want you to join it so we can continue the discussion there. I'm going to post my ideas. We have other professionals there who are chiming in, so I want you to be updated. And those of you that are messaging me who want consultations with me about your individual cases, I will post a link right here in the description of the video to get you the consultation you need with me so we can discuss your cases. And let me see, can I get a visa in my passport? Do you think it will affect foreign spouses of citizens? So again, it will affect everybody who's trying to come into the US, right? So we don't know, again, we don't know right now what is the extent of this ban of an earned immigration. We just don't know that. This is Anna from Detroit. So does this mean the USCIS will stop reviewing Form I-130 application that has been submitted? I don't think so. I mean, from our experience, from past orders, from past bans, whatever is already in the system will continue in the system. They're not going to pull anybody out of the system. If you have an I-130 pending, if you have an I-130 filed, you should still be good. I cannot imagine them canceling people that are already in the system. It's only new applications potentially that they'll be blocking. Okay, and so Arun is asking about EB1 visa. I mean, like I said, for now everything continues, guys. So my best advice to you, if you're thinking about filing something, you better do it now. If you're sitting on the fence about getting some sort of a benefit, filing for a green card, getting that work visa, filing for your wife or fiance, you better do it now, because you know time is of the essence, and we just don't know. Um, we just don't know how bad it's gonna be. Let me see here. What about 2020 lottery winner? Is there any chances for them? So again, those of you that already filed, people are asking me about people that already filed. We have a similar questions. You've already filed for 601 waivers. Jean from Haiti. Yes, I'll send you the link, guys. Don't worry about it. As soon as I'm off the live, I'll put a link into the private group. We have a question from Lucas. Quick question. I'm a U.S. resident, recently got married to my wife. Should we file 8% complete? I want 30 SAP. Absolutely. If I were you, I would file it and make sure you have somebody review it because there's a lot of changes. You don't want that case to be spit back. Um, Everybody's asking for consultations. I will post the link for the consultation with me, specifically for you guys who are watching the live at the end of the show. As soon as I'm done, as soon as I'm off the live, I'll post the link to the group and to a consultation because I think it's important to give you the advice you need. Um, There we go. MVC approved. An interview was scheduled. Will I still be able to go to the interview? Most interviews are being actually delayed right now. Just so you know that, guys. Most interviews are being delayed. So I would just kind of, I'll be patient. I'll be patient and wait and see what happens. Can I get a visa now? My passport is submitted in the embassy. Right now, embassies are closed until May 4th. So nobody, irrespective of Trump's ban, there's no interviews at all at any embassy. Okay? So, but that's going to open. That's nothing to do with this order. Married Michael Cerna. Michael Cerna married his Canadian wife in the U.S. last September, filed at 130 last month. Should I be worried? Michael, I don't think you should be worried. I think that you pretty much are all the way in the process, and I think no matter what order will be signed, I cannot imagine him splitting up families right now, people that are already in the process. Imagine if he's gonna stop somebody who's going through a green card process based on marriage, just because of the temporary ban, this is gonna disrupt the whole system. People are gonna be stuck waiting for interviews for months and for years. So I think what he's gonna be doing, if he's actually gonna do it, he's gonna be banning future people who are coming, new people who are coming to immigrate, people who are about to file their cases, people who are about to file to sign their cases or send them, ship them. That's what I think. I think it's going to be very cruel of him to disrupt processes that are already going through. But you know what? You never know. Trump is not known to be an uncruel person, in my mind, personal opinion. So we just never know. Let's see. Let's take a few more questions before I end this live. Because guys, I'm going to do another video. Trust me, in the next few days, the next week, we'll have updates. Either he's going to sign it, either he's going to put some kind of a notice. So I'm gonna do another video. I'm gonna do a bunch of videos on this. This is just number one. This is just a live that I decided to do because I got like so many messages. Literally, my phone is blowing up. I have like 150 messages from clients and friends, and like it's crazy. So just wanted to do this quick live to help you guys just put your mind at ease. First of all, even if he signs the order, it's probably gonna be a certain time to implement it. And even if he signs this order will be challenged. I guarantee you. They'll be sued like no time. Let's see a few more questions. What about Akbar? I see you, Akbar. What about student in the U.S.? If you're in the U.S., I probably believe you'll be okay. There's no reason for him to cancel existing visas. He's talking about stopping the immigration coming to the U.S. So people that are not yet here, people that have not yet started the process. This is my personal belief. Let's see. Spouse visas, same thing. Spouse visas, work visas, green cards. This is all going to be, people that are already in the process. Again, I find it hard to believe that he's going to disrupt people that are currently in the process, but one does never know, right? Let's see. NVC approved my wife's case, waiting for an interview. Anybody who's waiting for interviews at NVC, those cases are significantly delayed right now. Trust me. Let's see. All right. What about inmates in jail? well, that's nothing to do with inmate in jail. You know, some inmate in jail are being released because of coronavirus. It's nothing to do with the current situation right now. All right, we have Madhu here. I'm sorry, here. He's planning to apply for an E2 visa in a year. In January, do I have consultation with Melina? And it went well, but I will affect me in the future as do I apply. Madhu, I mean, honestly, by the time we prepare your case, and I remember you, by the time we prepare your case, this whole thing may be over. So don't worry about it. You can proceed with your case, get your documents ordered. Most new cases like E2 visas, green cards, take months to prepare. So even if there is a ban, by the time the ban is lifted, you'll be ready to file your cases. So remember, nobody can stop immigration to the United States. People are always going to want to come here. So even if it's a temporary hold, it's like putting people in a queue. People are going to be getting ready for the green cards. People are going to be getting ready to file their e-visas. You know, Trump cannot stop immigration. He cannot stop people from coming to the United States. This is a country that is based on freedom. This is a country that is based on welcoming people. To me, this is unheard of. And that's why I'm doing this live, because I wanted to express my outrage with what's happening and my willingness to help people. That's why we created a Facebook group, which I invite all of you to join, so we can continue to build the momentum to fight this craziness in this country. My fiance visa interview was canceled because of the coronavirus, wondering what's next. What's next is that interviews are going to be rescheduled. That's what's next. So wait for that to be rescheduled. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end this live stream right now because I'm super tired as well. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to post the link. See here. Let me take one more question. And Nestor is about to submit his adjustment of status and he's worried if this is going to be affected. Nestor, I don't think it's going to be affected. I think if you're in the country, you're safe to file and you should file. Okay? So once again, guys, I wish you the best. And I promise you that I'll do more updates. I'll do a video or another live. We'll see. And then in the meantime, make sure you go back to this video in about 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes. I'm going to post a link to our private Facebook group. I want you all to join. And the second thing, I'm going to post a link for consultations. If you want to sign up for consultation with me one-on-one to discuss your case, I'm here for you. All right, guys? Thank you so much. You're amazing. I love you all. And we'll see you in our next video, which is going to be probably in the next couple of days. Thanks. Stay safe. And again, don't be afraid. No matter what happens, you're going to be okay.